Ooh, big bunkhouse. No. That's a front kitchen. What? Hey everybody, Josh the RV Nerd here at Bish's RV, and this thing just totally threw me for a loop. Tell me when you look at this from the outside, at a glance, it doesn't look like one of those big like 5-slide bunkhouses where there's like opposing bunks in the back and a big camp kitchen. It looks like it has a direct bathroom entry door, but it's not. It's like a destination front kitchen model with an amazing rear opposing slide master suite that just happens to have a door effectively straight to the bathroom from the outside in the hallway, and a big camp kitchen. It's a double kitchen camper. It's a DKC, baby. You down with DKC? Yeah, you know me. So this is the very largest of the Cardinal Limited series. There's the LE and then there's the LX. And to kind of wrap that into more comparative terms you might be familiar with on this channel, this is more like a Montana High Country or a Solitude S-Class versus a full Montana or a full Solitude or a full Cardinal LX. That's what we're looking at here. But this thing is large, yet I'm shocked it weighs less than 13,000 pounds given the construction and the size. Big, thick I-beam Z-frame chassis, accessibility drop paneling. You've got radiant barrier foiling all the way around, tank heater pads, hot cold camp rated, 30,000 BTU quiet air system. This model to me, it strikes me as like, I don't see myself personally towing this regularly, but like, for some reason, when I'm up in that kitchen, what I keep picturing out in my head is like overlooking sand dunes or a lake or something like that. A big, beautiful destination rig that you're gonna seasonal snowbird, sunbird camp in. To me, that's what sounds awesome. Now, as you can see from the traffic over here, I'm literally standing in the road. I don't think that's going to be very good for my longevity, and I am going to step inside. As we go, let me know what you like, and let me know what you don't. I've heard of squeaking and creaking from a bedroom, but this is ridiculous. What is that? And I mean, when you walk in this, tell me it doesn't just scream like beach house kind of feel. Like with all of these windows, it makes me want to park this someplace where I have the most amazing views other than the bird poop on that window. Thank you. I got a feeling that the Jayco Eagle left its mark on the side of this Forest River Cardinal. It's a bird fight. Talons are out. The gloves have been, I don't know, put down. What do you do with gloves? I don't know. Anyway, you get the idea. It's the visibility, the views in this, like look just straight off the front. Even if you're just looking at blue sky, it looks amazing. Up there in the kitchen, you've also got big windows up in that slide. We'll get there in a second. I'm kind of wanting to bounce around to the different seating locations to show you around. And as I do, you see that one spot right there in the door. That to me feels like the one missed opportunity on the door side of this RV to put a nice window. I feel like it would have made a big impact here in the living area. I don't know why so many manufacturers are on that kick, but we are carpetless, ventless. Cardinal is an old school brand. For them to do things like move away from floor ducted heating and adopt cabinet side ducted heating, to me, is almost shocking. Very few manufacturers ever seem to, change like that. That's a big deal. So this is a very nice, easy cleaning thing. Once again, screaming beach house to me just because it's so easy to keep up. We're going to come back to the living room, though, but notice that nice little side stand with those household and USB outlets. But this is a front kitchen. To me, it feels stupid not to start up here. What I'm curious about, though, is what you think of the woodwork, because there are a lot of, I'm going to say, movements. There's a lot of different color cabinetry all stacked up on one another right here. Do you like the look of it? Do you not like the look of it? I'm okay with either way. If you don't like it, that's fine. Just be a little bit respectful. I'd appreciate that. Up top here, you've got a 30,000 BTU air system, dual 15K Coleman air units here, helping, keep you cool, keep the noise down. You've also got a big, fantastic fan vent above the kitchen, and you've got a nice little wall controller for it. Even though we're in the upper deck, even though you can reach it very easily. And actually, here, I'm going to do camera's going to glitch for a second, but do the old flipperoonie and walk my way around the upper deck here. This is nice. This is nice. I don't feel like I'm enclosed. I don't feel like I'm boxed in or anything like that. Instead, what I get to enjoy when I'm up here, like I said, is just some serious views. I mean, so we're in Iowa recording this, where the Field of Dreams is located. And I'm reminded of the quote from that movie. He says, "Is this heaven?" Kevin Costner goes, "No, this is Iowa." That's the, well, corniest line I've ever seen. This area, though, sometimes when you step into the upper deck, manufacturers will start adding carpet. Nay, nay, they say on this one. They did not do that. Instead, what we enjoy. Notice how the countertop height in the slide is the same as the main counter. So many manufacturers screw that up. I like everything kind of being on that one level. It makes sense. It's all part of the kitchen. Awesome. I mean, this is begging to be a mega appliance center. Huge. Look. Whoa. Whoa. Double up. I did not expect the double power towers. Looking at this thing. Oh my Lord. These guys look as surprised as I do. Seriously, look at his face. He looks like, oh. Don't they always look surprised? Anyway. Let's do the cabinetry test. You can reach back in here. You can do a little bit of a feel. We do have pocket screws, ladies and gentlemen, which frankly I think Cardinal's always had. I don't know if they've never not had that. Ooh, I kind of do. I like that sort of worked wood look. That simulated circular saw fascia. What's the name of that? Because I suck with home and garden phrasing. All right, I think we get the idea. Let me, easy reach, power outlet. This kitchen's good. You know the funny thing about a lot of front kitchens? The kitchen sucks in a lot of front kitchens. But that is not the case here. Opening up that residential refrigerator, it does have a 1,000-watt inverter to keep it running in transit, and just kind of showing you all the nooks and crannies. Again, great counter space, great storage capacity. They really did a heck of a job on this one, I think. Overall, I'm very impressed, very happy with everything that you get in this upper deck kitchen. You know, if you're going to call something a front kitchen, you better back it up, and I do feel like they did that here. But they're doing something here. Now, I don't know if they were the first ones to do it, but the first time I ever saw it was in a front kitchen, Cedar Creek. And this gets me every time. So you notice how you've got the twin sliding chairs. You've got outlets for both of those, household and USB. This is all a sealed edge pressed membrane counter with that simulated live edge on the sides. You are just, again, surrounded by panoramic viewing. All of these have roller night shades, by the way. We'll see that in a minute. But look where you sit down, where it puts you. You're just looking directly over the theater seating, enjoying the entertainment center. To me, this is the best seat in the house. Not to mention the fact that I could absolutely see myself setting up some kind of, maybe I would say home office, but you get the idea. Speaking of which, this floor plan is begging for a desk. I wish it was available from the manufacturers, but it's not going to be hard to accomplish. Let me look around here and give you kind of a panoramic view of things, and then we'll talk about that. Now, down here in the lower deck, they went with nice tall slides and that carpetless. And the way this is my favorite way of manufacturers doing things. When the slide floor matches the main floor when it's carpetless, it makes the whole thing look huge. Amazing cross breeze window potential all around there. But one of the other things that we're getting here are those dual hide-to-bed sleeper sofas. So that's what's really interesting and crafty about this. Remember how I said it sort of struck me as like a little bit of a bunkhouse, but it's a front kitchen? It has sleeping capacity for 2 to 6 adults. Now, storage for that many people is going to be a trick, so that might work only, say, a little bit better for a weekend trip or something like that. But if you've got tall kids, grandkids, what if your kids are in their teens and they're going to be leaving the house and driving cars and discovering the opposite sex soon? Pretty soon they're not going to be camping with mom and dad, grandpa and grandpa. You know, they're going to be building their own lives. That's the way of things. This could work potentially for that kind of purpose, so you don't have to rebuy something 2.5 years from now. Actually, let me talk about that. So there's no right or wrong answer to this, but a lot of people will finance an RV like this for, say, like 15 years. Okay, if your kids are in your teens and you buy a bunkhouse, in a couple years they're going to be gone. Do you want to finance for 15 years an RV that only works for 2? Do you realize you are not in a good economic position for flipping out of that camper at the time? Not to mention, you're always rolling the dice because the used RV market is always going to be determined by the new RV market. So if the new RV market's struggling that year, your camper really took a hit. So think of something like this. If your kids are, 14, 15, 16, something like that, they're old enough they can make their own hide-a-bed. But you can buy one RV. You can get your second RV the first time. That's what I want to accomplish with videos like this. But this is what I was staring at here. This door side sofa overlooking the door side window. Tell me that since this RV already has the theater seat, it already has a hide-a-bed, how awesome would that be if it was a built-in desk station overlooking your campsite? Tell me how awesome that would be. I don't care if you're looking at sand dunes or cornfields. I feel like it would just be so much better. That's just my own personal 2 cents. Tell me what you think about that in the comment section. So sliding back here, we're actually going to kind of do the Finding Nemo where he pops out of the anemone and then he backs up because I had to open that bathroom door. But as we do, you see that you've got the power vent fan system up here. Now, in this bathroom, I'm a little surprised to learn, and you'll see when we look up, that is the small 4-inch fart fan. On a giant fifth wheel like this, it feels like a miss. The good news is, at least the wiring and the power vent is already wired, so my recommendation here, swap that out for a Hangs Vortex fan so that you don't have to mess with the power lid, you don't have to lose that. All you're going to do is just gain a better, higher, velocity exhaust fan. That's my little pro tip from Uncle Josh. And since the bedroom and bathroom are on the lower deck, this is amazing for tall people. There's so many RVs, and weirdly, fifth wheels are worse a lot of times for tall people as compared to some travel trailers. That's a really funny thing that just doesn't always work out. This is a tall person friendly fifth wheel. That's your toilet paper holder, by the way. I like how it's right next to the bathroom, or the toilet. But did you notice that little corner where the toilet sits? It was admittedly very tight on elbow room. Now, the first thing I want to point out is the bedroom is also totally carpetless because if you're looking, this has opposing bed slides. That is a 72 by 80 king. I don't believe they offer a queen option. However, I'm kind of curious. I'm going to move you all the way down. Oh, I'm glad it... Man, that mattress is down with the thickness. Now, you notice how the mattress hangs way over the side, but thankfully it is supported by plywood decking. This does not come, with a queen. But if you ask us, and if you say pretty please, I bet we could shave down that plywood deck and we could convert that into a queen and leave some open room for side stands. And since that's a 72 by 80 king, you could have a decent amount of space in there. I like the backlit padded headboard because I am a clumsy oaf and I will bonk my head on about anything. I'm not going to call these CPAP stands. I do think, though, it makes for an awesome little phone stand. And by the way, this is an awesome travel hack. If you can just scan your hotel room key card, shove it in the back of your phone case because you're never going to leave your room without your phone, right? Like, I guess I'm going to go ahead and say this. I think I'd be more likely to leave my kid at Walmart before I left my phone somewhere. So you're never going to get locked out of your room naked in the hallway. I'm not saying, I'm just saying. Moving on. Sometimes those doors close behind you when room service sets the stuff too far away from the door. Don't judge me. The bedroom storage arrangement on this is different. Because they put that nice window on the back, which really does open up the bedroom, they kind of killed what could be some closet space, but they came up with some closet space in the clutch in a different way. So first of all, starting back over here, taking a look at that big old closet tower effectively, the water heater is also down below that. That is one of the things that I don't know that I love about this floor plan. The water heater's in the back driver's side corner. The kitchen's all the way at the front. It seems to me you may waste a little bit of your hot water trying to just get it up there. So that might be one of those things. Kind of like how I told you the toilet space was really tight. That's probably going to be a deal breaker. There's probably people who are watching this wanted to buy one of these from Bish's RV until I said something. but I'm going to shoot you straight. I'm going to tell you the good with the bad. And if you appreciate things like that and taking the time to close the slides to show you these things in road mode like I'm about to do, make sure you hit that subscribe button and like our video, please. Now, closing up the slides for road mode on this one, I'm going to kind of show you half of this slide out. And you're going, well, what do you mean? It's not really road mode if the slides are deployed. That's a rack and pinion slide. You shouldn't occupy the slide when it's only partially deployed, but you can partially deploy it. And I want to show you that I think this still qualifies, because if we can put the steps down, then we could open the slide. The steps stick out further than the slide, obviously. You could actually fully open that slide and still have room. You don't have to do it, but it's going to make what I'm about to do easier, and I think it makes sense. So when you walk in the front door, if you're making a little travel snacky stop, well, perfect. You know, you can get right in here. You can get to the kitchen, all the counter space, the sink. You got your little elevated deluxe apartment in the sky dining situation going on. But if you partially crack that slide, then you don't have to walk around to the other door to get back to the bathroom. Now, you could just as easily simply walk out of the front door, walk into the back door, which is behind us now, and then walk over here to the bathroom. So we are snacktastic. We are craptastic. But we are not naptastic. Because you have those opposing slides, this has a motorhome style folding bed. But at the same time, if you can put those steps down, you should have room to extend that slide and get to it. If that's acceptable for you, great. It's a destination trailer. To me, I don't know that it matters, but I still wanted to present this. So, is it the best road mode function? No, it's not. Is it the worst road mode function? No, it's not. Snot, guys. Snot! You know what I like about this? It's got a good, clean look about it. It's not super in your face. It's not trying to make a statement. It can speak for itself. You know what I mean? If you're not familiar, Cardinal, by the way, very classic Forest River brand. For the longest time, it was Cardinal and Cedar Creek were the two big luxury Forest River fifth wheels, and they're both still going strong. They've both done a good job of maintaining their identity over the years. Cardinal was a serious, like, destination desired brand, where, you know, if somebody rolled in, if they had a Cardinal in a campground, you went, oh, they're doing well, aren't they? Up front there, all prepped and sized if you want to throw a generator in that. Also, you notice has the dual battery boxes already set up on this. So, you know, depending on how you want to camp, you can expand some options right there. And there's all sorts of roof room. If you want to go solar crazy on this, we could build you a package. Now, she's so big, I can't even get the whole thing in one broadside shot. So I want to kind of take a look at the awning space here. I've made no secret about the fact I do not love a lack of windows in the entry door, especially on a model like this where all of that faces out under the awning. To me, I would really like some windows there. That's just my 2 cents. Could they be added theoretically? Yes, I've seen it done. Notice the the doors are handled the same. They're both anti-slam, which in this Iowa wind is an absolute necessity. And they're both covered by the awning. Now, this main entry door is a little bit more rain shielded than the rear door, which is going to be spritzed in the face a little bit if the door is opening. Now, that being said, we do have that big door side slide right there, which, yes, that and those steps, you are going to eat up a lot of your potential patio awning space on this one. So this is a model that I really highly recommend, one of those like drop down screen room kind of attachment things from your awning. It can really help you kind of feel like you've regained some functional space there. And the little, you know, what do we call this? When an outside kitchen doesn't have a sink, do we have to give it a name? You know, I'm not one of these people that feels like you have to give everything labels, but just to help us communicate, I'm going to call it a little camp hangout station. You got Dad's medicine cabinet out here for the bottled water and the barley pop. You can walk right under this thing, which is nice. You got your outside speakers are located over here, which to me is very interesting, beside those TV hookups. And then as we wrap around the back here, we don't have a sink, but we do have the sprayer port. We got the propane cooker hooker, and she does include that griddle, and you can see the way she's dancing. You can see this little tree branch. I bet that's what was making that sound on the inside of the RV when I was back in the bedroom. Maybe just a little tree branch squeaking up there. I'll have to take a look at that. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to go get a ladder platform that they have at this facility to check out the roof.
because they sadly do not have a ladder on this RV. I don't have a huge history with Cardinal. I suspect that is a reflection of the fact that there had been shortages on ladders through the industry through most of this season. What I can tell you happily though is that I've seen symptoms from a lot of brands where a lot of that is being resolved. Now we've got that 300-pound accessory hitch down there. The underbelly again, fully enclosed, forced air heated, 12-volt tank heater pads, and radiant barrier layering across the roof and through the belly to help even out your camping experience. Now what I'm wondering here, where's the sewer hookups? I figured as much, because you've got a bathroom all the way back here and you've got a kitchen all the way up there. You do have 2 separate hookup stations. That's kind of unavoidable. Oh, these tires, by the way, Saloon G-rated tires. Those are one of the very few things that I think really stands up nicely when you're comparing tires against like Goodyear Endurance radials. There are a few other things like Momentum uses some pretty beefy tires. I think Full Solitude does as well. Like what, H rated or something? Those are G rated. But talk to people in owners forums who have those tires. They speak highly of them. Of course, enclosed, protected, little docking center, wet bay. And the one thing here, with this being a front kitchen, it only has 1 room upstairs. They don't have room for a massive pass-through. That being said, I don't know that it's terrible necessarily. It's just not the giant mega frame storage compartment that you expect to see on a lot of big fifth wheels. Overall, I see what they're doing. I respect it. If you're like, look, I want something that's just kind of built solid, I'm gonna leave it there. I'm not gonna tow it around very much. Maybe I'll have some guests, maybe I won't. I could see this working. And again, tell me it's not just begging for a door-side desk with that door-side window. Come on, manufacturers, somebody give me a desk. So we're back out front here in the road. I'm gonna try to keep this short. Let me know what you thought of her, good, bad, ugly, and everything in between. And as you can see behind me, I got my work cut out for me. I've only got a couple days here and I have a lot that I can cover. So if there's something I haven't touched on here because I'm going kind of fast, let me know and I'll do my best to fill you in. Short of that, as always, best wishes from Bishes. You take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.